Hello, I'll talk about family and farm organizations in Loire Valley, which is located in France. This book was written by John Shaffer in 1982. This is quite important from my point of view for developing and less developed countries, because similar patterns were experienced by those countries who successfully jumped from developing league to developed league. As you know, agricultural population and rapid urbanizations in many developing countries put some challenging issues for those countries. The family farms even cannot find any labor any longer to work in their farm, including shepherds. I will mostly focus on the role of joint family in agricultural growth by giving some examples from this Loire Valley examples. Most scholars in the field distinguish the joint family from other forms of extended households by both its compositional structure and the nature of property relations among its members. The defining characteristics of the joint family was explained by Maiden as two criteria. These are, first, the existence of a familiar group larger than the nuclear family, and the second, the existence of some property relations. Walter Goldsmith and Evelyn Kunkley has shown that joint families are found only where portable inheritance practices are carried out. In central France and Italy, during the 18th and 19th centuries, sharecropping and control was so over land, thereby assuring the persistence of joint family ties. Vieton notes that joint family in Western Europe disappeared after the 16th century, yet offers no explanation for such fundamental change, if, as he argues, the crucial factor underlying their existence was the solidarity between related males, especially brothers. Then logically, the decline of such families could only have been a consequence of a declining value placed on such bonds. Where such cultural changes have not taken place for whatsoever reasons, the extended family will continue to flourish. The most influential statement of the view that the cultural predispositions underlying the extended family can have a detrimental effect on economic development was William Goody, World Revolution and Family Patterns. Goody posed the problem in these terms. The others asserted that Western family systems have had an effect on industrialization. To make an extreme comparison, Western industrialization would have developed more slowly if those family systems had perhaps been patriarchal and polygamous, with a full development and of arranged child marriages and a harem system. It seems plausible then that by the early period in the industrializing Western world, some changes in family patterns had already occurred, which to some extent prepared the lower strata of the workers for industrialization. Similarities between development cycle of joint family in such diverse societies as those of Eastern Europe, China, and India are striking. As the children marry first one, then another, are incorporated into the family association. Eventually, the cohesiveness of the family is broken as quarrels breaks out between members of the family. The tensions are heightened as grandchildren begin to reach maturity, and the pressure on limited family resources is greatest. The authority of the father acts for a time to suppress such tensions, but after his death, the quarrels develop to a point where continued coincidence is impossible. At this point, family breaks up. The dissolution of the joint family is therefore an integral part of a cycle as its initial formation. The strategy of succession leading to stem families produce tensions, especially when the transfer of control of the farm is delayed longer than Hare feel is appropriate. But the dissolution of the stem family occurs naturally with the death of the parents. The joint family is its own grave digger, actually. So, in which societies joint families are most common? Goldsmith and Kunkel noted that joint families existed only in regimes characterized either by an abundance of land or by recent availability of land.